Good morning, good morning. So today I was meditating this morning. I got up a bit later this morning. I didn't do all of my morning daily ritual things. I had a good day yesterday. As I said, I got home. I had a good day at work. Well, it was a bit of a fucking slow day, to be fair, at work because of the snow. No one showed up. Well, a couple of people showed up, but a bit of a slow day for me, so it was nice. Just chilled out a little bit, really. But I did everything perfect in the morning. Done my video, and then I went home and I helped. I done my exercises. I played with my daughter. I helped my missus out. You know what I mean? It's like, what can you do to help the people that you care about the most? And it's like little things, like, because Joe's technically a housewife. She stays at home, looks after Ivy, does all that sort of stuff. And usually she'll cook the dinner, and she'll usually wash up while I get a chance to play with Ivy, because obviously she's not up for that many hours of the evening when I get back. So she kind of does that. But it was just like the little things, I could tell she looked a little bit like worn out because she's pregnant. And I just said, you know what, you sit down, let's put your favourite show on. I'll look after Ivy, I'll get her all washed, I'll do the washing up and that. She'd already cooked tea. So yeah, just the little things like that, it's just, what can you do to help? And it wasn't like I made a big issue of it. I just said, let's put something on for you, chill out, you put your feet up for a bit and let me do it. You know what I mean? It's easy. So yeah, I had a good night last night. But yeah, this morning, I think it's just because I worked myself that hard yesterday, because I was out shoveling snow all day yesterday, trying to make the site safe for for all the workers and that. So I was doing that. So my back's aching a little bit this morning, but that could have been from the weights I was doing. But I don't know, who cares? But yeah, so I had a bit of a lie-in this morning. But then I got up and I meditated. And then something in me was just saying, you don't need to wear this mask anymore. You've really changed. Like, my whole attitude has changed completely. I feel like I've just come out the other end of it. It's a weird feeling, like, but it's like this lockdown. It's it's given me a fresh start, so to say. And you know what? It's like when I was doing my DJing, there's been loads of times in my life where I've completely just started fresh. You know what I mean? And I thought about it last night, and I thought, God, it's a bit daunting trying to get back into like putting events on and getting gigs and that. And I thought, Ant, you've been here before. You know what I mean? When I got sent to jail, when I got sent to jail, I basically came out, you know what I mean? Before, I was going to be putting on my first event and that, and was working towards that, and I was doing DJing, and then I got sent down, and it all got took away from me for like how many ever months it was, nearly a year, half in between. It was 7-8 months, something like that. I'd done in the end. So. And then when I come out, obviously, I had my friends around me. That's the difference there. But I started from scratch, and I've done it again, and we made it work. And then we stopped doing them little events that I was actually putting on with my mate, and I went back at it on my own, alone, and that was fresh. You know what I mean? I was literally going out on my own and networking and making contacts and getting gigs on my own. So, and then I thought, I've got it in me, I can just do it. Anyone can do it, anyone can re-pick up the pieces anytime and do, you know what, I am getting rid of this mask, it's doing me, I didn't know. So, there we go, let's fuck it off. There we go, that's me. Ugly ant. But I've had enough of it, and I feel good. So yeah, that wasn't a very good big reveal, was it? But there we go. So I've done it before, and I can do it again. and I've got the right mindset. And as I said, I believe this lockdown it's going to help me in some ways. I know for a lot of people it's been the worst thing in the world, but for me it's probably been the best thing for me, if I'm completely honest, because it's like the great reset that they keep banging on about, isn't it? That's what it feels like for me. Feels like it made me appreciate the wanting to go out and socialise again. Like, there's so many things I want to do and go out and see. It's like, that's it. So there we go. But that's where I'm at right now. I don't think I need the mask. It was never a gimmick. It was never meant to be a gimmick. It was genuinely meant for, I didn't want anyone to know who I was. But now, I think as you get older, you just don't give a shit what people think. You know what I mean? They can think what they like. And as I said, I'm in a better place with my health and my self-control and all that. So I'm in a good place, man. So this morning, I mean, I've already bleated on for 5 minutes about nothing really, but well, it's a big thing for me. And you know, these videos ain't meant for, they're not meant for anyone else, really. They're meant for me. It's like my therapy. Every morning I just get things off my chest, and I try to help people. I hope one day someone sees a video, watches the series, and then they get to think, you know what? If he can do it, then anyone can do it. So there we go. So this morning I want to briefly touch about rule number 2, which is be kind and compassionate. I'm all blocked up, man. I'm sorry. I'm saying like that. We're all blocked up. So be kind and compassionate. Again, another self-explanatory one, really. Being kind and compassionate. It's about trying to put other people before you. It's about trying to have empathy for anybody, people that don't agree with what you say, and trying to see it from their point of view. Put yourself in their shoes, because you know we don't agree on everything. Like, my uncle's a prime example. Like, he's getting on a bit now. He's taught me a lot of stuff with the music production, a damn lot. He got me into it and all that. You know what I mean? I love the fella, but his mental health and his health has just declined in general. Really, he's getting on now. But with all the COVID thing, and you know what I mean, he's like dead worried about it, and he just watches the news non-stop and all that. But him and I have got two different opinions on it. Now, does that mean I need to not like him and not be kind and compassionate and understand where he's coming from? No, I need to understand where he's coming from. You know what I mean? He looks at it through a different lens. Some people are just so damn ignorant, and it's so frustrating for me when I was talking to a guy at work, and he was like, "Oh, these anti-vaxxers, God, if any of them, they better not talk to me," and all this. And I was like, yeah, but some of these people, they look at they go on in the internet and they see horror stories, and all they're trying to do is the best for the kids. And he just couldn't see it. He just couldn't see. Yeah, well, them stupid and all that. And I was like, yeah, but they're not stupid, are they? They've got different opinion to you. They're not stupid. You know what I mean? Just because they don't agree with what you think, who knows? You might be wrong. You know what I mean? It might be true. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. You know what I mean? You can only go off what you see. And if there's people out there that have really got horror stories about it, then unfortunately them stories seem to gravitate, don't they? And it's like anything, isn't it? It's like, if you didn't believe you could win the lottery, you wouldn't play it, would you? Same thing with a vaccine, isn't it? If you think there's any chance that it could hurt your kid, then you're not going to take the chance, are you? Because what would you do if you did give it them and then they got something? It's such a difficult topic. There's a lot of things out there now that are just so polarising, from Brexit to coronavirus to vaccines to freedom of speech to racism. There's just to global warming. There's so many polarising things. The internet has just gave everybody that chance to have a voice. And it's like we're going through the wild west of the internet, aren't we? And it's so easy to pick a side and then go after the other side. I mean, the politicians, they're probably the biggest role models for this model, I'd say. They don't work together, they just draw a line in the sand, and if you on that side, we're going to make you look like you're the worst people in the world, rather than, you know what I mean, coming together and working. And I know the model for politics is that things have to be scrutinised and challenged, and that's how we come up with the policies. But I think it's time, you know what, everyone was like slating Keir Starmer, and by no means am I a Labour or Conservative or a Liberal Democrat. I'll just go with whoever's got the best policies at the time, and I think that's what everybody needs to feel like. It's not about if you're red or if you're blue. It's about what you believe in and sticking to that. If you eat, like for me, Labour went too far left. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I'd be all up for Labour, and the EU. The whole thing with the EU was, you know what I mean, I like travelling, and I wanted borders to stay open, free travel and all that. And you know what, I work in an industry where there's a lot of immigration, and there's some of the best workers I've ever come along, and I've got on with them, and I've laughed and joked with them, and you know what I mean, I see through that lens. But I also see through the lens of how some people abuse the system, like terrorists, how they seem to abuse the human rights and the terrorism and all that to spread propaganda and hate and stuff like that. But I don't think these people should be silenced in the same salute, because I think if you've got half a brain, the trouble is there's a lot of people out there that can be brainwashed, and it's really easily done. If you're in a bad place, or if you've got mental problems, or if you've got no one to turn to, then you know you can gravitate towards these things, and I completely get it. But I think everybody should be able to have their own opinion, and every other person decides for themselves. I don't need telling that terrorism's bad. You know what I mean? But I do get there's some people out there, but they're not fixing the problem, are they? They're trying to. At the end of the day, if people want to spout hate, they will find a platform and they will find an audience. Simple. But you've got to let people out there be able to be challenged. Now, if they put it into the mainstream, there's millions of people out there that can challenge it and give these people who are watching these platforms a chance to see two sides of the story. I think the only way to a sensible outcome is through debate, and people just, you know what I mean, two clever, like two people in the top of their field coming together and having a conversation, not an argument, having a conversation and talking about it and leaving you to decide, because nobody's got all the answers, nobody's 100% right, and to silence people and to censor people is the wrong way about it, in my opinion. Now, love me or hate me, it's up to you, I'm not really bothered, but that's just my opinion. But I do look through the lens of life with kindness and compassion. I really do, because there was a period in my life when the partying, it was all about peace and love and coming together, and I got so many great friends through that period of my life, and it was brilliant. Not saying a little bit of this and a little bit of that helped, you know what I'm saying, but I remember it got to a point where things changed, and the whole like culture became very, and I hate to use the word, but toxic. You know what I mean? It was cool to say horrible stuff and be bitchy and horrible, and I was like, God. And I was part of that. It wasn't me. I hated it, and I think in some ways that's what made me anxious and horrible, and you know, just paranoid, and made me want to go, made me want to leave. And that's, you know what I mean? It's a shame, really, because it really tainted a good thing. But listen, I'm going to leave it there because I've got 30 seconds left. But I'm just opening up a little bit now. The mask's off. This is me, and I hope we can get on, and I hope to see you sometime soon, and let's get a party started, man, and let's get some events going. Different chapter, man. It's all about that. So until the next time, see you later. Peace and love. Love ya.